feel free to take it away.
Perfect. Okay, thank you so much, Elena. And thank you everybody for attending this webinar today, the Find Your Creative Calm. Today we are going to create a little book of calm. So hopefully you enjoy, and let's see. So you have there my details if you want to contact me in the future. And have as well a look on my Instagram. Maybe you will be interested in having what I'm doing at the moment. So let's start. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, my work, and how I ended up making this book of calm. Well, so I'm a Spanish illustrator based in Edinburgh, and I completed my master in illustration here in Edinburgh College of Art. But I had my degree in advertising and marketing. So I'm tutor in illustration and textiles at Edinburgh College of Art, and also freelance for different companies and organizations. So I teach mental health and creativity. As well, I produce a lot of graphic materials for large companies and illustrations, and I published my first book, which is called Calmalandia, and it's based on the first book, the Book of Calm for Women. So a little bit about my work, just for you to understand why and what I do. I work in publishing and advertising. I work for different countries in different languages. I love branding, and I participate in a lot of exhibitions as well. What I really enjoy the most are my personal projects and the education side. When I teach my students in textile, I normally teach design and illustration and marketing. So here you can see a little bit of what I have done so far. Those are cover books, my book. I wrote the book and also illustrate the book, so I'm the author. What else? Here's some advertising for the degree show at the university. I also create marketing materials for Young Women in Scotland and for the Life Borders. And this is a little bit of what I do. And at the moment, I'm making these projects. I'm participating in a project called 100 Days of Scotland. And I'm creating 100 people. So I ask all the staff in the Edinburgh College of Art to send me a photo and a wee bio about their work and their experience at Edinburgh College of Art. And I'm developing and drawing the portraits. And it's been very, very cool project so far. You can have a look on my Instagram, which is Pilar de Leaniz. I have already like 66 portraits done. So let's talk a little bit about the Book of Calm, how I ended up making this book, and how Calmalandia appeared. So the Book of Calm happened when I was studying my master in illustration. So it was my final project, and I had to, in the final exhibition during the master, I had to develop something, and a friend of mine said you had to think in big, and my idea was to make a nice book that I could help women. So because I was very into, I am in mindfulness, meditation, I thought that that was something that came from my heart. So here is myself in my studio at the university, making a lot of lettering and a lot of print testing of the illustrations. Here, this is a little bit of sense of the book. The book is basically an illustration and a statement. The statement tells you a situation to be calm and relaxed, and the illustration represent that statement. So the original book, which is this one, I'll show you later, the original book is a self-help book for women to feel relaxed. So all those statements are based on my own experience of what made me feel comfortable and relaxed in my daily basic, like good morning mirror. I like to look at the mirror and say how good I feel today, and yeah, celebrate the day, right? So you can see as well here some illustrations and sketches I start developing at the beginning of the project. And in this slide, you can see my degree show. That was my exhibition, and I display some of the illustration, and people could have a look at the book. And I had a video as well with animation. It was very nice. And this book, when I finish, I send it to the publisher. I publish it in Spain. It's one of the largest publishers in Spain. And they really like it, and they decided they wanted to publish. And this is 47 statements. So the original one had only 7. And I had to finish the book and create 40 extra statements. And I was very lucky because I was granted to go to Finland for a month for a residency. So I spent my time there developing the new book. It was a great experience. So Calmalandia appeared. Calmalandia in Spanish means calm, and land. So the land of the calm, this meaning. So in the book, basically, what you have, to show you a little bit, and this is what we are gonna do in a minute. The book explains you, because it's a self-help book, the book explains you all the journey. So you have to start thinking about how you're feeling at the beginning of the practice. Draw yourself and write down how you're feeling after drawing yourself. Okay, but I will go into more details later. So let's start. Okay, I don't know if you can write down. Is it possible? Do you have access? If you want to share anything, just you can stop and just tell and share whatever you want. Okay, so let's start. Firstly, I would like to ask you why you are here. Are you here because you want to find your inner space of calm, or maybe because you want to develop some drawing techniques? I don't know you. I don't know if you have any drawing skills or not, or if you have been doing meditation, if you are into mindfulness, whatever. I hope you don't have any expectation. I hope you are here because you want to start something new, or you want to try, I don't know, something and practice this book. So something really important that happened when I started my book was that I was very perfect. I'm trying to do everything super perfect, right? And I was getting super stressed with that. And when I started my master 4 years ago, I didn't have much skills in drawing. So during that year, it was super hard year to learn how to draw, basically. And that was giving me a lot of stress. And then I accepted and realized that my style was not, my technique wasn't to make perfect faces or perfect plants or nothing like that. It was to enjoy the ability that I had of drawing, right? And then one of the skills I had to learn was to be imperfect and to accept my drawings as they are. And this is my success, because now everything I do is with love, and because I love them, people love them, or the people that love what I do. So it's very important in this workshop that you accept your imperfections, you accept that what you are gonna do here today is part of a process, a part of making mistakes, and part of accepting and putting intention of what you are doing. Yeah, so let's carry on. I don't know if you have your materials, but we need few sheets of paper and color pencils. So if you don't have, I'll give you a few minutes to grab them, okay? I don't know if you can tell me or not. Yeah. Okay, so what we will need is just sheet of paper. So ideally will be A4 size, which is that. And some color pencil. It doesn't matter the colors, but I will explain you a little bit about colors in a minute, okay? So let's open our book. Open our book for me is open your inner, open yourself, okay? To express what you feel on paper today. Should I carry on? So let's start breathing. For me, it's really important. Meditation and breathing. Okay, so we are going to do that because I want that you are aware of your feelings. Okay, we are going to write down our feelings in a minute, well, in a few minutes. Firstly, we are going to start with the meditation. So I want that you sit with you, don't cross your legs, please. Okay, in a comfortable position. I normally put my bum close to the edge of the seat so the spine will be aligned. Yeah. And I'm going to explain you. We are going to breathe deeply 3 times. And after 3 times, you are going to close your eyes. You are allowed to have thoughts. That's fine. Don't try to pretend not having those thoughts, okay? It's fine. Just keep the thoughts passing, and that's absolutely fine. After 5 minutes, the alarm or myself will tell you you can open your eyes, but before open your eyes, you will breathe 3 times deeply again, and then open your eyes. Yeah? That's all right? Perfect. Well, let's start. Yeah? Super. Let's start. Let's breathe deeply 3 times. Focus on the third eyes. Relax. Don't forget to smile.
Écoutez.
Okay, breathe deeply 3 times and open your eyes. Are you feeling? Feeling good? Yeah? Good. Okay, now we are going to fold your piece of paper like this, okay? Yeah, so this is gonna be our little book of calm, yeah? But because it's a special piece, we are going to use another piece of paper. And now I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to write down your feelings. How are you feeling at the moment? Are you feeling calm after the meditation? Are you sad for something that happened to you today or recently? Are you angry for a reason? Are you tired? Just write down anything that's come from you. Just write down. You can write down words, sentences, whatever you want, okay? In the way that you wish. Perfect. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about colors, okay? I think colors are really important, and colors make you or reflect how you are feeling. okay? So I want that you use the right color that reflect how you are feeling at the moment, okay? So for me, most of my illustrations are created with green. I use green and pink. Green because for me it represents the nature, the plants, so it gives me peace and I feel relaxed with the color, the green. I also use a lot of pink because it's very female and normally illustrate for women. Yellow represent for me, but what I'm saying, there is concept of what color represents for most of the population, okay? But also everybody has their particular feeling with colors, right? So for me, yellow means joy, bright, sun, happiness. For some other people might represent something different, right? Maybe luxury because of gold. Blue for me is like calm, peace, the sea, the sky, again, nature somehow. Purple, I would say is more like meditation and being relaxed. Orange will represent energy, yeah. And black, I love black, and I use mainly this type of pencils. When I don't draw with digital technique, I use this type of line markers. And I love them because I feel like they are quite elegant, and I love the contrast between black and colors, pale colors mainly. So this is my idea and my representation with colors. And now I want that you find what is your color that represent the feelings you have at the moment, okay? So think about that and let's move on. Now, let's think about the title. So I'll give you an idea so you can write down The Book of Calm by Pilar, by Nicole, or just feel free, okay? I just want that you explore your imperfections, okay? That you put the intention of what you are doing and experiment with the colors you have and see how they make you feel, okay? So you have 10 minutes now. You can, again, use another paper and do some sketches. We are going to create lettering. So for lettering, to give you some tips, you can look at stuff you have around you, maybe a newspaper, a magazine, a book. So try to imitate those styles. If not, if you want to be more creative, you can look at shapes surrounding you. So maybe a frame, maybe give you these straight lines, and that maybe make you represent how you are feeling at the moment. So maybe with those straight lines, you want to create a T, very straight. So up to you, okay? You have 10 minutes. Perfect. Well, the next exercise, the next activity is to draw yourself, okay? So we are going to do something similar down here, or similar or not similar, but actually those images are myself. This is me, so I represent myself in those illustrations. And what I want that you find are 3 elements. One is yourself. The second one are any objects or artifact or something that is special for you that is gonna make you relax, and a place, okay? So maybe there is a place in the world that you feel super relaxed. For instance, a planet. You would like to be in the moon, and there is where you wish to be relaxed. Yeah, why not? So to draw yourself, well, we are going to use the right size. But again, if you want, you can do some sketches in another sheet of paper. And then when you have your sketches, come here. So I will advise you to write down here maybe what you want to draw first, okay? Make a list of what you want to draw, how you want to draw yourself, and which places and artifact you are gonna use. And then bring in here, okay? This is the final one. To draw yourself, a tip, maybe grab a mirror, okay? And look at the mirror and draw, yeah? This is a good technique. As well, you can use a picture or take a photo with your camera of yourself, yeah? And make a pose, the pose that you wish you want to be in the book, and just draw yourself looking at the phone, the photo, yeah? So you have 15 minutes for this one, starting from now. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, here you go. And now you already have made your title, yourself, yeah? And at the back, I would like that you draw something that is really special for you. Maybe is you have a necklace and maybe there is a pattern or a leaf or a heart, something that is super special for you. Maybe a tattoo, you have something. I love hearts and I always draw hearts and stars, and something minimal and special, yeah, at the back. And once you have drawn that, I would like that you spend another 5 minutes writing down your feelings. How are you feeling after this practice? After creating your drawing and using the creativity, using your skills in drawing to express your feelings, using colors as well. And don't forget, if you want, the thing I have done in my book, that I have the statements and I have the drawing that represent this statement. For instance, burn lavender pure essential oil. So I have the lady with the oil, yeah, the burn artifact, and well, these are my representation, my imagination, in the countryside with plants. So, and I have a little statements that tell a little bit how I will practice that. Yeah, so you can write down as well your little statement if you want, in few lines. Write something that every time you feel sad or stressed, you read that, look at your photo, and make you feel better and happier. Yeah. Okay, so 5 minutes and write down how you are feeling after this practice. Perfect. Okay, so thank you so much for being part of this workshop, finding your creative calm. I hope you enjoy developing your little special book of calm. And for all of you who would like to get my book of calm, you have a special 20% discount. Just email me and say that you have been watching this workshop, and I will send it to you with my signature, of course, and a special message for you. And thank you very much, and see you around. Thank you.